All right, we're live. How's it going, everybody? Figured why not do a random live stream here? Just check it in. Got my drink here. So we got one person watching. Oh, it's frozen. So, DJ, what's up, man? How's it going, DJ? Yeah, I was getting ready to take a sip of my drink, but it's frozen. I left it in the freezer a little bit too long. Yeah, it's a little bit slushy. Doing good, Mass Singer. How's it going? Hope you guys can hear me okay. Doing a solo stream here. But as far as what's coming up, I have to say, big shout out to Wow Man because he's got me into Jack Reacher, and I picked up the first novel. Yeah, The Killing Floor. And again, thanks to Wild Man Beyond for getting me into the Jack Reacher character. I've been watching the series, so I'll be reviewing that. But okay, so my plan was to review the series, but now that I got my brother into it, we're thinking about doing like a 2-man review of the series. So that's coming up. I have to finish watching it later, but again, thanks to Wild Man Beyond for getting me into some Jack Reacher here. Again, going out and buying the novel, and there's like 20 more novels, so I have to get. But yeah, I blame Wild Man for that. Futurama is getting revived again. I never seen Futurama. I don't know much about it. Yeah, don't know too much about that. Top 3 movie bar fights. Alfred Justice with Steven Seagal. Has anybody seen Richie? It's a good fight. Where he wraps the pool ball on what was it, like a towel or a piece of cloth and goes to town. Bar fights. Roadhouse. I mean, Roadhouse had some good fight scenes, like bar fights. I mean, I'm trying to think of another one. Like off the top of my head, but now I want to, look this up. This sort of helped me out a little bit here. I mean, like I said, the Alfred Justice fight where he's looking for Richie. Yeah, there's quite a few out there. Bobby, what's up? Guess what movie is being turned into a TV series? I don't know. End of Watch. I don't know if End of Watch needs a TV show. I like the movie, but again, I don't know why it needs a show. I mean, it's one of the better David Ayer movies, but I can't see that working as a show. Not every, it goes back to what we've talked about before. Not every movie needs a series. Not every movie needs a TV show or, like a spinoff or what have you. A new Blade Runner series is in the works. Why? I didn't hear about that, but can we just stop with the, turning everything into a TV show? The thing is, with this here, with Reacher, I've been enjoying the show. Like I enjoyed the 2012 movie with Tom Cruise. But I can see why they made this into a show, because you can get more, out of a TV show. I mean, there's like 20 plus books of Jack Reacher, so that's where you can really, get more miles out of the character and the franchise, by, adapting every book. So I get this. And like I said, I've really been enjoying the show. So a review of that is coming. And I'm still reviewing the Audible right now for The Killing Floor. So yeah. No, we don't need a MacGruber. Fuck. MacGruber TV show. I hate MacGruber. That's like kryptonite to me. I hate MacGruber with every fiber of my being. Lucy's doing good. She's in the other room right now, just, relaxing, not doing too much. Monster movie fan. How's it going, man? But yeah, we don't need a MacGruber TV show. I mean, that character just annoys the hell out of me. The movie, I walked out on the movie when it came out. I mean, where you have a scene where MacGruber sticks a celery stick up his ass, then I'm gonna, you know, for me, that's a good reason to leave. For me, that's a good reason to walk out. The MacGyver jokes are old. And again, I can't stand the MacGruber character. Fu Moon making a Killjoy TV show. I don't think it ever happened. But let's look at some movie news here. Jim Carrey teases return of the cable guy in a new Super Bowl ad. Okay. Jurassic World Dominion trailer. I have to say I liked it. I thought it looked like fun. It's cool to see the original cast in there, and hopefully, they give them, a good amount of screen time that, they're, being that this is the last of the later Jurassic Park movies, had the original crew, with Chris Pratt all the way. Give them a great amount. I was about to say good, but now that you've got the originals back here, please give them plenty of screen time. Don't just have them appear here and there, or like at the hour mark, or like they appear in the beginning, in the middle, and then in the end. No, have them throughout the entire movie. Now that I've heard that they are, I've heard that they're going to be, part of the main cast throughout the whole movie. So let's hope that's the case. Exactly. I mean, Jurassic World Dominion looks a lot better. I mean, okay, out of the Jurassic World movies, Jurassic World, I was not a fan of. I will say that here. It just felt like a reboot of Jurassic Park, with the 2015 paint job. Fallen Kingdom, I actually did not mind. I thought it was a little bit better of a movie. I thought it moved at a faster pace. I don't know, just something about that I didn't hate. I actually liked Fallen Kingdom. I thought it moved, again, the pacing moved at a good pace. I found more enjoyment out of that movie. And Dominion looks like it could be the best out of the three. Again, because you have the original cast there, and I think that helps. But again, it's all about giving them the, right amount of screen time. Don't waste them. Don't just have them appear and then disappear, or don't kill off Alan Grant or Ian Malcolm. Again, and we've seen this before. We've seen this before in recent years where they're going to kill off characters or they're written badly, given bad direction. So let's hope for this that they follow through because it looks like fun. Yeah, Sam Neill, um, which is strange because I think about back to Jurassic Park 3, which came out in 2001, and I remember the marketing for that. And you have to think back then, Sam Neill was what, 53, 4. So it's cool to see him back in the franchise here. So I look forward to it. Again, let's hope that they do it right. It makes me wonder though if they're going to have the kids from Jurassic Park appear in some form or fashion, like in this new movie. I mean, I don't think they are, but I think that'd be a nice touch. Jurassic Park 3, I watched in the theater. Yeah, I mean, it was. I didn't see it in the theater, but I thought it was a fun movie. I thought, compared to the Lost World, it moved at a better pace. Um, I understand it's not perfect, but to me, it's a fun sequel. I've never seen Merlin, but I've heard about it with Sam Neill. I think my brother has seen a little bit of that show. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the Merlin TV show with Sam Neill. But yeah, I would open my drink here, but again, I'm afraid I'm trying to let it thaw out a little bit. I left it in the freezer. June bug, June bug in the house. Ariana Richards has been a painter recently. That's cool. So yeah, it's got me curious a little bit if they're gonna if they brought back the original cast for this last Jurassic World movie, will the kids appear? I don't know. I mean, probably not, but it'd be a nice little touch. And I like that the fact that it's taken you're taking it to different locations. It's not just in Jurassic Park. So I like that. We get to see a little bit of different environments. For Jurassic World Dominion. Well, I'm not using StreamYard right now, Junebug. I'm just kind of going at a solo here, a solo stream because I don't want to go for a long time. I'm just kind of flying solo here. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Jurassic World Dominion looks like fun. Probably one of the films that I look forward to this year. The globe-trotting storyline is a fantastic idea for the series. I agree. It's nice to see, them taking it to other, locations and environments. I hear sirens. At least the Jurassic World movies could have been a lot worse. The original script for Jurassic Park 4 was terribly interesting. Okay. Jurassic World Dominion and Sonic 2 is what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, Sonic 2. I enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog, and Sonic 2 looks like fun. Joseph Mazzello has been doing well in acting. He was in The Social Network and Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, I remember he was in Bohemian Rhapsody. He had a small part in that. So that's cool. Planet of the Apes with humanoid dinosaurs with guns was the original idea for Jurassic Park 4. I don't know about all that. But for people out there, I did a video about this, but as you know, me and my brother were doing reaction videos. We're still taking suggestions for movies for us to do for him to check out because there's a lot of movies out there that he hasn't seen yet. So we're kind of if you've already submitted suggestions, thank you. But for people who haven't, let me know here in the chat in the stream. We're taking more. So if there's a movie or something that you would like for us to tackle for a future reaction video, let me know and I'll jot it down here. I like the narration, Jurassic World Dominion trailer. Yeah. John Hammond, it was cool to hear his voice early on in the trailer. So again, it looks like fun. Yeah, Mass Singer's at it again. Okay, so we have. All right. So for the victims, Ezra Miller, Victor Salva, Ellen DeGeneres. Who do I want to have? Wasp, Sting, have Cartman fart on, and have Chucky kill. I'm gonna have Chucky kill Victor Salva. To me, he's the worst of the three. Ezra Miller. You can have the Wasps go after the Flash. Cartman can fart on Ellen DeGeneres. There you go. Kevin Smith is having another hissy fit because Spider-Man No Way Home didn't get Oscar nominated. Yeah, apparently a lot of people are upset over that. Who cares about the Oscars? I mean, who really cares? Does anyone care about the Oscars? I'm willing to bet no one's going to watch the Oscars. Let's put money on it right here. Nobody's watching the Oscars, and I put $5 on it, or $2. Where's my $2? But yeah, like I said, we're still taking suggestions and what have you. Yeah, I've even put it out there on Twitter. So yeah, we're still open to certain movies or what have you. I care about the Oscars when I win one, and I will purposely not thank the Academy. Yeah. I wonder if Jeff Goldblum, Dr. and Malcolm will have a larger part than he did in Fallen Kingdom. I have to imagine because in Fallen Kingdom, he only had a part where, he's talking in a court. Like, he's in a, courtroom or something. I have to imagine that, they're going to have, some good sized roles. But again, let's hope they follow through on that. Kevin Smith needs to stop being a baby. I agree. But if I win an Oscar, I'm inviting all of you to my Oscar party. All right. I'm down. Yeah, I woke up kind of early this morning, but I'm okay. Common Rider. Common Rider's in the house. Kevin Smith needs Johnny Ass Kicker in his belt so he can be a man again. I wonder if Kevin Smith hates good movies like Ad Astra and Nobody. He probably does because it's not comic book. You know, if it's not going to make him cry, it's not a good movie. The movie Valentine, I've never seen, but I do have it. Yeah, I've never seen that movie. But you know, it's funny. I picked it up last year at a convention, and it's over there somewhere. I do like George Michael. It's hilarious when Alan Grant and Owen Grady said "Don't move" at the same time. Yeah, my favorite George Michael song, "Careless Whisper." You got to go with that, or "Faith." Gotta have faith. One of the two. But yeah, I like I said before, um, I am probably going to update, not update, but upgrade StreamYard here very soon, so that way we can accommodate more guests and stuff. But um, I'm also open to doing like more, one on ones. You know, it's fun to do like 5, 6 people or more. But one on ones is cool too because that way, you know, if people want more one on ones or what have you, um, but definitely we'll do that soon because there's other people that I want to get in there and talk to. Like Mario, great guy up here, and we haven't talked in a minute. It'll be cool to see him again in the stream yard. Same thing for Matt, and when he has the time, and I know his plate's a little bit full, but also Mike OCP. So I mean, but I know everybody's busy and stuff like that. So that's why, oftentimes I just kind of, when I do the hangouts, I just started and, whoever wants to come in. But yeah. Thoughts on Marky Mark and Mel Gibson's new movie, Father Stew? I did see the trailer and it looked like a good movie. Um, Even though I will say I'm not a fan of Marky Mark, but it looks like a good movie. It's cool to see Mel Gibson in there. So we'll see what happens. I did not hate the Matrix Resurrections, but I felt let down. I can't even talk. I did not hate the Matrix Resurrections, but I felt let down by it. Yeah, I have not seen it yet, but I have a bad feeling about that movie. If I do watch it, it's going to be a rant. That's why I'm in no hurry to watch that movie. Damn. I agree, Bobby. Which movie ratings do you watch the most? PG, PG-13, R, or NC-17? I would say R. Then right behind that is PG-13. I think The Matrix Resurrections needed a new voice. Um, yeah, I agree. But as far as what's coming up, again, me and my brother were going to do a series review of The Reacher, the Amazon series Reacher, because now he got hooked into it. So I think we're going to tag team that, like tag team, do a tag team review on that one. Still reviewing the Audible, because, again, Wild Man Beyond has got me into these books and the characters. So I picked up the first novel, The Killing Floor. So yeah, doing the next couple of videos, throughout next week to be doing some Jack Reacher stuff, but mostly reviewing the Audible, and like in between, do some other random stuff. Jennifer's Body I've never seen. Terry Gilliam Brazil is hugely underrated. Okay. The Matrix Resurrections, the franchise, and it failed. Yeah, I mean, we didn't need a Matrix 4. To me, the first one was the best. I did enjoy the sequels, but with the Matrix 4, they were going to do it regardless, like if the directors came back or not. So, for me, that just says to me that, they didn't care. Their heart was not in it. And it was a cash grab. So there you go. Jennifer's Body is the closest we ever got to seeing Megan Fox naked in the movie. I haven't seen it. So I don't know much about it. Okay, so have Jason kill, have Peter and Stewie fart on, and leave in a cave with a grizzly bear, MacGruber, Killjoy, and the whiny baby Kevin Smith. All right. To me, I'm going to kill MacGruber, so I'm going to have Jason kill him. Peter and Stewie can fart on Killjoy, and I'll leave in a cave with a grizzly bear, Kevin Smith. And he could smoke weed with the bear, for all I care. Other than the Matrix video games, the sequels, and the Animatrix, a fourth film was not needed. I agree. You did not need a Matrix 4. And just all the stuff I've heard about it. Unless someone pays me to rant on it, I'm not going to watch it. Because I know it's going to be a rant. I know it's going to suck. Based off what I've heard, based off, Matt's rant. Matt did a rant on that. I mean, what does it have on IMDb right now? What does this have? A 5.7. A 5.7. There you go. Somebody make that movie Kevin Smith smoking pot with the bear. Yeah. Okay, Paul Verhoeven and John McTiernan switch directing roles. I'm going to have Paul Verhoeven direct. Predator. I want to see Paul Verhoeven's take on Predator, and John McTiernan, I want to see his take on RoboCop. My thoughts on Scream 5, I haven't seen. Do I think both Jennifer Love Hewitt and Daniel Harris look somewhat alike? Maybe. The real Kevin Smith needs to get out of the closet and put this Kevin Smith in the closet. Yeah. At least Daniel Harris is back in the 90s. Well, she still looks good. Daniel Harris still looks good, and I'll be seeing her in May because she's coming around here to a convention in May, so I'll be seeing her again. So, yeah, I get to see my wife. I'm playing with that. I know she's married. I'm just playing. I'm just having some fun here. Paul Verhoeven has been doing well in his career in his home country. Okay, this is cool. I want to see him direct another movie here. Bring back Paul Verhoeven. You can hash brown that. Hashtag it to Twitter. Bring back Paul Verhoeven. Fabio chickened out when Daniel Harris is flirting with him. Yeah, I mean, it was, last time I met her was a little bit funny because I had a lady friend that was with me. She's not my girlfriend, but she knew that I had a big crush on Danielle, and she kept like laughing the entire time, kind of pushing me towards Danielle, and um, she was just having a ball with that. Like the first night we were at the convention, I had just arrived in Charlotte, and I was very sleepy, and I could see Daniel Harris in the ballroom. Like nobody was there. The whole room was empty. Like no fans in there. I mean, there was tables up against the wall, and Daniel Harris was like by herself. And I was looking around the room, trying not to stare, but my friend that was with me, she was like, "Let's go meet Danielle." And like, I'm too sleepy. Let's wait till tomorrow because I'm so out of it right now. I want to wait. So that was funny. Okay, throw into a cobra pit, dump it to the meat grinder, have Peter Griffin make someone else's ear bleed. MacGruber, Steven Seagal, Kevin Smith, Matt Singer. We got to talk about this, man. We got to talk these games. All right, so I'm thinking MacGruber. I'm going to throw MacGruber into the Cobra Pit, Steven Seagal into the meat grinder, and Kevin Smith could get the last one. I would love to see John McTiernan's return to big films like Die Hard 1 and to Predator and The Hunt for Red October. Yeah, hashtag give McTiernan another chance. So if Daniel Harris flirts with you, you're not going to chicken out, are you? No, I mean, I've met her before and I'll meet her again, but I think last time it was just a little it's just not awkward, but I was kind of I was with my friend and she was kind of giggling the whole time, and she'll be going with me again to go see Daniel Harris here in May, so who knows what's going to happen. I wonder if Mel Gibson will make a cameo in Ted 3. I doubt it. Yeah, Last Action Hero is a great movie. Yeah, I wish that John McTiernan would get another shot. I mean, there's plenty of bad directors out there that are given way more chances, that direct bad movie after bad movie. But John McTiernan, we can't hire him because he's not insured, or because of the whole history and what happened. Daniel Harris's phone number, like that's going to happen. She has kids, Junebug. I mean, she flirts with everybody. I mean, that's the thing. Daniel Harris, if you follow her on social media, she's a freak. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but she's a freak. Girls like confidence, yeah. But yeah, Danielle, she's something else. It was hilarious seeing Sam T. Jones in the first Ted Yeah, I haven't seen the first Ted movie in probably 10 years. I saw it when it came out, but I don't remember much about it. Trent Morrison, who's that? Ted 3 is being made. Ted 3 is in production. I didn't know anything about that. Get canceled by Chad, get roasted by Lenny, get beat up by Matt Singer, MacGruber, Killjoy, Salva. Well, we'll cancel Salva. MacGruber, Matt Singer can beat him up, and Killjoy can get roasted by Lenny. Favorite Alanis Morissette song? I mean, I don't listen to a lot of her music, but probably got the one hand in my pocket. That's the only song that I know. Hand in my pocket. But other than that, I don't really listen to a whole lot of her music. Gabbo, what's up? Alex. Yeah, I think we would all beat up Victor Salva. Go horseback riding with, go golfing with, and play Xbox with Reba McEntire, Sigourney Weaver, and Drew Carey. Horseback riding with, I guess Sigourney Weaver. Go golfing with Drew Carey. Xbox with Reba McEntire. Yeah, exactly. Get a time travel machine and get the original Kevin Smith back. Do I think Russia will invade Ukraine? I don't know. I'm not an expert on the matter. I know we're probably talking about having a crush on movie actresses, but there are plenty of women out there that could be the right one for you. Yeah, and I'm just being a goof, when I crush on or talk about my celeb crushes and stuff like that. It's all tongue in cheek. I'm not going to be one of these, stalkers or, like crazed fans and what have you. Chloe Moretz. Yeah, I don't mind her as an actress. She was good as Hit Girl. Alicia Malone. Would I say that John Cena is the worst wrestler? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll say that. Sure. I mean, outside of wrestling, okay, he does good stuff for charity and stuff, but yeah, to me, he's the worst wrestler. I mean, he's been such a detriment to the product. Yeah, I mean, he's no longer active, but still. Trent Morrison was some random user who makes fetish videos that disgust everybody. I again never don't know who that is. Drew McIntyre say he wants to play Bond. I don't think that would happen. Um, in terms of the 80s and 90s, celebrity crushes for me, a tie between Jennifer Connelly, Cameron Diaz, and Nicole Kidman. Out of the three, for me, Cameron Diaz. Coolest child actor has worked with Schwarzenegger. Probably. I mean, you could say Edward Furlong. I mean, you got to go with that. Idris Elba as Bond. Yeah, I can get behind that. what films that you enjoyed that you didn't grow up with? I mean, there's a lot of movies out there that I have discovered in recent years because of guys up here that I've come to love. I mean, whether that be, I mean, if I, it's because again of the guys like a lot of my friends up here that I got into movies like Cobra and Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, a lot of Van Damme's movies, a lot of Dolph Lundgren movies. Um, it just, I mean, I was collecting DVDs way back in the day, but like I'm talking 2002, three. But it's really my friends up here that ignited that passion, and that here's all these movies out there that I didn't grow up with, but I've come to love and appreciate a lot of these movies. Like I just mentioned a few, but again, Cobra and Cliffhanger, and a lot of Van Damme's movies like Hard Target and Kickboxer, Double Impact, Dolph Lundgren movies. Um, it's not like I was allowed to watch, or yeah, I mean, there were some movies that I grew up with, but I didn't really grow up with a lot of these movies. I mean, look at all these movies back here. I mean, uh, so yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of movies that I enjoyed that I didn't necessarily, see in my childhood. So yeah, Nicole Kidman has gotten better, hotter with age. I agree. Movie cuts, you want to see all of them. Hashtag release the Schumacher cut. Let's start with that one. The Crow is a big cult film. Okay. I mean, yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I love The Crow. I mean, I have a poster right there. Yeah, right there. Got that last year when I met Bay Ling. Well, I got the poster first, and I got her to sign it. Bay Ling is very nice in person. Were you at least allowed to watch and play Mortal Kombat? I remember playing Mortal Kombat back in the day, but like I can't remember which one it was. But I do have some memories of playing it, at the arcade. The movie I discovered probably early 2000s. I mean, I would say around, I didn't watch the film when it came out, or, when it hit DVD. I want to say before I even picked up the DVD, I saw it on VHS because my friend had it. And this is probably back in 2001, 2 ish, something like that. But yes, I would say, around that time, very early 2000s is when I first saw the film. But yeah, as far as the video games, I mean, I remember playing a little bit of back in the day. So yeah, is there a movie that you couldn't finish for some reason, or you fell asleep to? One recent example that I think about is the film Maggie with Arnold. You want a sleeping pill? Watch that movie. That movie puts you to sleep fast. Do you think cult classic movies should be known more? Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of movies out there, that kind of get overlooked or kind of swept under the rug that deserves more spotlight. Yeah. Thank you, Common Rider. Yeah, I got all this right here and that over there. And then that's my dryer. And then I got a bunch of Blu-rays in my room. So thank you, man. Yeah, Hash Brown released the Scooby Doo cut. I want to see the lesbian angle between Velma and Daphne. Edward Furlong, I did meet. And that was kind of a weird one because I was just, I didn't know what to ask. I just asked about T2. And when he was talking to me, like he kept looking in all these different directions, like he didn't seem interested. I got a picture with him, but I didn't put it out there on social media. I don't know, just something was off. I mean, he seemed nice, but something was off. I don't know, it just seemed, like he didn't want to be there, or what have you. Um, and I don't know if I would meet him again. I mean, I'm not going to say he was a dick or anything, but it just seemed like he had other things on his mind, and he didn't want to be there, or yeah, probably that. I mean, he probably wasn't sober. I mean, if I'm thinking correctly, if I this was like a couple of years ago. Um, like he was vaping, and like he had an energy drink there on the table too, and so I don't know. Not that I'm against vaping, but yeah, I mean, just something was off. I mean, he's had a history, of course, but Domino's or Pizza Hut, I gotta go with Pizza Hut. Yeah, the 1995 Mortal Kombat's great. Annihilation is garbage. I wonder how Family Guy will make fun of Kevin Smith. I don't know. I don't watch Family Guy. Any expectations for the Fast and Furious 10 and 11? No. Can we just stop with those movies? You're still jealous that Edward Furlong got to bang Paris Hilton? Films that put you to sleep? Again, Maggie with Schwarzenegger. That was boring. I mean, I can't think of any more right now. Punch, cancel, roast. Kevin Spacey, Killjoy, Malcolm D. Lee. Okay. Bass Singer, we gotta talk, man. I'm gonna cancel Kevin Spacey. Punch, Killjoy, and roast Malcolm D. Lee. Favorite lesbian makeout scene in movies and TV shows? I don't know. I mean, I don't have any favorite scenes. I don't have any favorite scenes really. Have you ever seen the prank videos of people going into the Pizza Hut and asking them directions to Domino's? No, I've never seen that. I guess Edward Furlong was asked about T2 too many times. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he gets that question all the time. What was it like to work on T2? But again, I didn't know what to ask him. I shook his hand. I got a picture with him, but I don't know. Just again, just something seemed off, and it just seemed like he didn't want to be there. Um, it could have something else in the vape. My understanding, you put marijuana in vape. I had no idea. I heard a rumor that you would turn down a chance to direct Fast and Furious 10, and you told Vin Diesel to his face that the script sucks. Yeah, I did. And I said, fuck the family. This movie sucks. No, yeah, but yeah, tired of family. Star Wars, The Clone Wars put you to sleep. Punch, cancel, kick in the nuts. Woody Allen, Harvey Weinstein, Army Hammer. I'm going to punch Army Hammer. Cancel Weinstein and kick Woody Allen in the nuts. Yeah. American History X. It's funny. I've never seen the entire movie. I've never seen the entire film, American History X. I've only seen a little bit of it. Who would make a great Tomb Raider? I mean, I did like the one with Angelina Jolie back in the day. I saw that in the theater. But I did not see the new one. So, but if like back in the day, I could see Angelina Jolie could have worked. But who directed the first movie? I forgot. But if it was made back in the '90s, I could have seen like yeah, uh, uh, maybe like Rennie Harlan. Like he would have been a great director for that type of movie. Here's the thing with Army Hammer: he was a notorious alcoholic, and a lot of what he said definitely clouded his judgment. He made a mistake. We'll see what happens in this future. Yeah, yeah. I hate Harvey Weinstein. THX04, what's up? The best Tomb Raider thing is not even Tomb Raider. It's called Relic Hunter. I've never seen that, but I know that Tia Carrar's in that. I've never seen the show. Jennifer's Body had an awesome makeout scene with Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried. Besides Paul Anderson, who do you think would direct a solid? Who do I think would have directed a solid Mortal Kombat movie? Back in the day, why not Paul Verhoeven? I mean, you see what he can do with RoboCop and that ultra violence. I mean, you've heard all the stories about what he was going to do with Arnold's Crusade and how bloody that was going to be and how brutal. Like Paul Verhoeven, I think he would have been great for that. Like, I mean, if you really want to see the gore dialed up, I could see Paul Verhoeven, uh, taking on that. Simon West directed the first Tomb Raider. Okay, I forgot about that. All right, Relic Hunter, I'll write it down. There was originally going to be a sex scene, but that was scrapped. It's too bad. I would direct Crusades with Scott Adkins. Paul Verhoeven would have been a good choice. Also go with Sam Raimi. Yes, Sam Raimi would have been interesting. Favorite I can't even talk right. Favorite Paul Verhoeven film? Mine is RoboCop. Got to go with RoboCop. How about John Woo directing a Mortal Kombat movie? Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, that would have been a good choice too. I go for that. Paul Verhoeven directed Friday 13th Part 13. Yeah, why not? I would like to see Sam Raimi direct another horror film. Drag Me to Hell was a great return to form for him. I've never seen that. I've never seen Drag Me to Hell. Ride a monster truck with, go disco dancing with, and go skating with Hulk Hogan, Tony Hawk, and Scooby Doo. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna ride a monster truck with Scooby Doo, disco dancing, Hulk Hogan, I suppose. Go skating with Tony Hawk because at least he could show me how to skate. Like I get to skate with Tony Hawk, but I'm willing to bet that I would fall more. What do you think of my list of top 6 favorite movies? T2, 1. Okay, the first one's T2. Yeah, great movie. Great sequel, even though it's not my favorite Arnold film. I do think it can be knocked down a couple of notches as far as the hype and, it's the greatest sci-fi movie ever. And again, I to me, it's still a great movie. It's well made, but maybe for me, it can be knocked down a couple of notches. Number 2, Terminator from 1984, great movie. For me, I would say that's my favorite, which is funny because back then I would say like Terminator 2 was my favorite. Now that I don't know if it's because of age, that I appreciate the first film a little bit more. I like that It's got a kind of a horror aspect to it. So Terminator 84, classic. Number three, The Dark Knight. Uh, I would say it's the best out of the Nolan trilogy, but I'm not. Batman Begins. You know, I like it. The Dark Knight is the best one. The Dark Knight Rises, I can't stand. So for me, the Nolan trilogy of Batman, I'm very mixed on, and the whole thing about fans, going after people and sending death threats and to people that didn't like the film, that really soured me on the trilogy. But The Dark Knight is a well-made movie. Number four, Rocky, the original. Uh, Definitely another great movie. Great choice. I love Rocky. The Shining, and number five. I love The Shining. It's one of my favorite movies. When I did my top 20 favorite movies, that was up there, I believe, in the top 10. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. And number six is Castaway. Yeah, great Tom Hanks movie. Great drama. Robert Zemeckis directed. Great score. I love Castaway. Probably one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. Now, I've never seen that Vendetta by Paul Verhoeven. I love what Wee Man said to Peter Dinklage. Like it or not, you're a short deal with it. Your short deal with it. Um, yeah, exactly. I mean, listen to Wee Man. Commando or Predator? Which is your favorite Arnold film? I would say Predator, and then right behind that is Commando. Yeah, Peter Dinklage needs to stop. Who directed Bloodsport and Kickboxer? I think the same director could have done a solid Mortal Kombat film. Well, I mean, the guy that directed Bloodsport, I think that was Newt Arnold. And the guy that directed Kickboxer, I think that was Mark DeSalle or DeSalle, however you say it. But yeah, one of those guys could have done that. They could have directed a Mortal Kombat film and it would have been great. Yeah, Peter the Grouch. Have a beer with, go jogging with, go vaping with. Mel Gibson, Christian Bale, Ray Liotta. Now have a beer with uh, Christian Bale or Ray Liotta. Yes, have a beer with Ray Liotta. Vape with Christian Bale, so he can show me his Batman impression, and go jogging with Mel Gibson. There you go. Okay, top five favorite movies of all time. Number one, The Searchers. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it. A John Wayne movie. Number two, Lord of the Rings. Um, which one is it? Is it the first one or? Then I do like the first one, but I've kind of like drifted away from that trilogy over the years. And I know a lot of people a lot of people love Lord of the Rings, but I've become like I appreciate the first movie, Fellowship, but over the years maybe I kind of got out of it. Um, but I still give Fellowship. Uh, Again, I give the first one credit. Number three, Raiders of the Lost Ark, great choice. Number four, Dracula, great movie. Probably, well, actually, out of the early Universal monster movies, I've only seen that one. So, but I love Dracula. Number five, Spartacus, never seen. Castaway had a long filming schedule. I know that Tom Hanks took a year off to lose weight to be in the second half. Yeah, I can imagine. Now, Minority Report, I've only seen a little bit of. I haven't seen all the way. American Psycho, great movie. Probably my favorite Christian Bale performance. Uh, Lord of the Rings is all one movie. It's meant to be three acts. Okay, I understand. I made a favorite movie list on Facebook. Yeah, it's a great list, Alex. And a lot of those movies, I grew up with. I mean, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1990. Mel Gibson directing Lethal Weapon 5. To me, it's just not needed. Mel Gibson, I just, to me, they should have done it back in the day while Richard Donner was still around. I get that, he sort of passed it on to Mel Gibson, but even if you got Danny Glover back, what do you expect him to do? I mean, Danny Glover's what, 75 years old? Do you really expect him to be in on the action? Maybe he'll be, I'm not going to say like he can't act, but this is not Lethal Weapon 4. It's not like he's 23, he's 24. It's not like he's 24 years younger. I don't know. I love Danny Glover, and I just don't want to see an old Roger Murtaugh, that is in the 70s. I mean, in the first movie, he turns 50, even though technically Danny Glover is 41, but you get my point. And I just, Mel Gibson can still go, but I question Danny Glover. Great actor, but again, I don't see it. Somebody's here. Anyways, let me look back here for a second. Yeah, I agree. It's Christian Bale's best performance. Lost in Space, never seen. The 1998 movie. The Machinist, Christian Bale, haven't seen. But I would say with that for me, it works better on Cobra Kai. I can't see a passing of the torch working for Lethal Weapon 5, but that's just me. My favorite Bond actor, I'm gonna say Pierce Brosnan. Could I see Eddie Murphy in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I think it could have worked. Lethal Weapon 4, it felt like a full closure film. Can't really see the point of Lethal Weapon 5, especially nowadays. Yeah, exactly. Again, Mel Gibson can probably still do it. He can still go, but again, it's Danny Glover. I love Danny Glover, and I don't want to see a 75-year-old Roger Murtaugh that, can't do much. And he's going to be even more he's going to be not in the film too much. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. But anyways, I'll probably wrap it up here for now. This wasn't a long stream. Just want to do a short one here, but thank you guys for hanging in there, and it was fun chatting with you guys here. But yeah, you guys have a good one. It was fun. I would definitely do it again. But you guys have a good day, and we will see you later.